Hey there guys, and welcome back. So we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. The movie has now topped $500 million worldwide and holds strong even with Superman's arrival. This Jurassic World, Jurassic Park franchise, whichever you want to call it, is an absolute juggernaut. They always generate so much damn money and they seem to be critic proof. Very few franchises and movies in Hollywood can be critic proof, but regardless of what people say about these movies, they just make so much money. I mean, all three of the Jurassic World movies made over $1 billion. This one's going to be close, if not make $1 billion itself. But anyway, this article has some fantastic box office breakdowns where we're going to be comparing this movie to other movies that have come out over the last year or so, and some really interesting statistics and figures to get to. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that, guys. So let's dive into this article. This comes to us from Comic Book Movie. Jurassic World Rebirth tops $500 million worldwide and holds strong even with Superman's arrival. Yeah, I mean, Superman is doing pretty well for itself. It had a big opening weekend. Can it have a big second weekend for Superman? We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But anyway, we're talking about Jurassic World here. So, after a strong debut, there was speculation that Jurassic World Rebirth might cut into Superman's opening weekend box office. However, both films appear to have found a way to coexist in North America, managing to perform well without significantly hurting each other. I mean, two of the biggest IPs going head-to-head against each other in the same month. Plus, we've got Marvel's Fantastic Four coming out. It's really a month of just juggernaut IPs competing against each other. It's kind of crazy. So, in its second weekend, Jurassic World Rebirth saw a 57% drop. I always say to myself that if a movie has a 60% or lower drop on its second weekend, then usually that's kind of in the successful range. If it's higher than 60 or 65, that usually spells trouble for the movie going forward. That it's not going to make a lot of money continually going forward because its box office is dropping off too quickly. But anywhere below 60 for its second weekend is generally well regarded, in my opinion. So 57% drop in its second weekend domestic earnings, fairly standard for a major tentpole release. Looking at other top 2025 films, this trend holds. So, Lilo & Stitch opened with $146.1 million and dropped 57% to $63 million in weekend number 2. A Minecraft movie, which made ridiculous amounts of money. It still blows my mind that movie made so much money. Debuted with $162.75 million, followed by an $80.6 million the next weekend, which was a 50% dip. That's very, very good for that movie. 50% is a really good number for the second weekend. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning went from $64.4 million to $27.22 million, 57% drop. That's getting to the dangerous territory there. How to Train Your Dragon, which I really love that movie. I enjoyed that live action remake so much. I thought it was really charming. $84.63 million, dropping 56%, which again, not a bad number, to $36.58 million the following weekend. Sinners, however, broke the pattern, falling just 5%. A movie falling 5% to its second weekend is just incredible. It's nearly unheard of. There's been a few movies in Hollywood history that have actually gone up in their second weekend, but that very rarely happens. But dropping just 5% is insane. That went from $48.1 million to $45 million, highly unusual hold for a blockbuster. So in short, Jurassic World Rebirth's performance is in line with what we've seen from other top earners this year. While Sinners is an outlier with its remarkably strong second weekend hold, most films have experienced a similar 50 to 60% drop after their opening. Yeah, it generally happens. 50 to 60% is good. Anything higher than that is generally quite bad. So, Exhibitor Relations Co. says the following: Universal Jurassic World Rebirth took a 57% hit on its second box office hunt, with $40 million, $232 million in total. From Box Office Report, Universal Jurassic World Rebirth has passed the $500 million global mark. The film grossed an estimated $68.1 million internationally this weekend. Estimated international total stands at $297.3 million. Estimated global total stands at $529 million. I think when this box office run is done and over, if it doesn't get to $1 billion like the previous three movies, I think it's going to be 850, 900. It's going to do incredibly well for itself. It's going to make a shit ton of money, and it's going to be profitable hand over foot once again. And we can expect to see a lot more of these movies coming in the near future because they make so much damn money. Okay, from Box Office Report, again, estimated totals through Sunday for Jurassic World Rebirth. This is pretty interesting. I always find this interesting to break down the international box office. So China, it made 62.7 million. Here in the UK, it made 26.4. Mexico made 22.8. Germany, 15.5. Australia, 12.6. France was 12.4. South Korea, 12.1. Spain, 11.8. India, 9.7. And Italy, 8.2. Do you know what I always find amazing? Is how much money movies generate here in the UK. Considering our country is so small compared to a lot of other countries around the world, movies tend to generate a lot of money here compared to the size of our country. And I just always find that quite interesting. Like, it's quite crazy. And that's pretty much where we are. I mean, the rest of it's just talking about marketing stuff that we've already talked about here on the channel, about the director and the movie, but we already kind of all know that stuff. So I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, I mean, the movie's doing incredibly well for itself. 57% drop. That's below that 60%, which is good, which is what we want to see. The movie has generated over 500 million at worldwide. Now at the box office, it's going to go on to make a shit ton of money. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. But the question is, ultimately, where is it going to land? Is it going to join that elusive $1 billion club? Or is it going to fall just short, maybe 900, 950, around what? Regardless of whether it joins the $1 billion club, this movie's going to be successful and we're going to see a lot more of them, like I already said, in the near future. But the question is, where do you take the franchise next? You can't keep going back to tropical islands time after time because it stretches believability. So it's like, how do they move the story forward from this part onwards? I mean, where do you take the narrative next? That's the big question a lot of fans have. But I guess that's a video for another day. But guys, you see the breakdown of this box office here, and all these really interesting statistics and how it's opened in comparison to these other movies that have come out in 2025. It's doing really, really well for itself. And it's been a good year for movies. We've had some great zingers when it comes to movies this year. And let's hope we get some more before the year is over. But yeah, guys, jump into the comment section. Leave your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on any of this news. Did you think... how much do you think this movie's going to make once it finishes its box office run? Did you see the film? Did you enjoy it? What did you think of it? What did you like? What did you dislike? Any other comments, thoughts, and opinions that you have regarding this movie or this franchise, do let me know down in the comment section. Would love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel to help support the content. I would really appreciate that. And hit that notification bell to stay up to date with more Jurassic World news and movie news that we have going on the channel. And with that down, as always, I will see you in the next video.